8:15. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the big show. This is Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. If you're a first-time listener, thanks for stopping by. My name is Joshua Lilquist, and we are happy to have you with us today. I do have my good friend and my good pal. He is the stock master, the turkey master, the stuffing guy. He is Mr. Al Connickson. Al, how are you doing today?
Did you just compare me to a turkey?
Well, you kind of are a turkey sometimes.
Okay. That next subject.
Next subject. How you doing today, Al?
I'm doing fantastic. Josh, how about you?
Hey, I'm doing really good. It's a great Thanksgiving week. We have a lot to be thankful for, and especially in the financial markets. There's a lot of opportunities that we're going to talk about here today as these markets are continuing, really, we'll say, to struggle on the year. I mean, we had a rough year for some people, but we're going to talk a lot about the great opportunities in these great financial markets, no matter what you're looking to do, whether it's short-term income trading or long-term wealth trading, and that would be 401ks and IRAs. Just a little market update. We have the S&P 500 very near that supply zone we talked about. I want to say we talked about that 2 or 3 weeks ago, and potentially some selling pressure coming in there. We'll see what happens when we get there. And a lot of the correlation with the U.S. dollar is kind of linking up, and it's mirroring what's happening there. The dollar has came off that low of 105.42 roughly, and showing some strength there. But gold and silver actually had a little pop here the last few weeks, going from as far as gold, going from $1,617 all the way up to $1,781, so over a $100 gain.
Yeah, a lot of people are looking at gold as something to really seriously look at.
Yeah, but the problem is it's not really correlating with that safe haven as it's been always sought after for when markets are going down, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But one of the stocks that two stocks I want to keep in mind here, WWE still very very strong on the year, and which not really doing what the market's doing, which is odd.
WWE and lean hogs, your two favorite
there
subjects.
You go. But also Apple. Apple is still, I would say it's, I don't know if this is the right word to say, but the pig with lipstick. It's just one of the best of the worst stocks out there because it's not down as far as a lot of stocks, hovering around that, between 140 and 150 mark. But that's some of the stuff I want to talk about here today, Al. Some of the great opportunities, some of the things we have to be thankful for with the stock market. But how do you help people here at Online Trading Academy make smart investing decisions?
Well, you mentioned a couple of things. You talked about how some of the things that used to be kind of inversely correlated, that's what people used to rely on to make their decisions. Things have been reacting differently. This market is not what people would consider kind of a normal market as far as that. Typically, when stocks are up, precious metals are down. You have that same kind of relationship when you look at the dollar and oil. So things are different right now. And the key is, whatever you're looking at investing in, is this the right time to do it? It's not necessarily the company. You mentioned Apple. Apple's a great company. Is now the right time to buy it, or is it maybe not the right time to buy it? And that's determined by the price that it is trading at this point in time. You want to make sure that whatever you are looking at investing in, that price gives you the lowest risk entry with the highest profit potential and the highest probability of working in your favor. And right now, we've got a lot of things going on that are going to continue to create volatility in this market. We're just kind of going through the latter stages of earnings right now. This is a very quiet week this week for earnings. And now more emphasis is on the Fed. What is the Fed going to do? Are they going to raise rates higher or lower next time? What's going on? China looks like it may be shutting down again because of increased COVID. I think they had the first COVID death over the weekend that they've had for a long time.
China.
Yeah, China. So and we have to look at what they do, because what their economy does has a huge impact on our economy and the global economy. Mm-hmm. But let's look at what's happening right now. The opinions are kind of along this line, Josh, that the Fed's not done. But how much more will they raise? In December, are they going to raise at 0.75 of a point, half a point? And what they're looking at, what we have to look at, I think, is continued Fed tightening into 2023. maybe 50 points in December, maybe 25 points in January and February. But they'll be looking at a lot of what the data is showing is happening with the economy, is what they're doing, having the impact they want. Right now, it looks like they're going to raise the Fed funds rate to 5%. At least one of the Fed governors thinks they need to go to 7%, which would more than almost assuredly put us into recession. We're looking at a deteriorating job market with decreases in the forward-looking numbers from a lot of the companies that are out there. All sorts of things. And what I just said, what I just told you, those are opinions. Maybe some of my opinions based on what somebody else's opinions are, and those opinions are based on somebody else's opinion. What's an opinion? It's a guess. So basically, a lot of people out there are making their decisions based on their guess as to what's happening, based on what somebody else guesses will happen, based on what somebody else guesses will happen. That's not how you be successful as a trader. What you want to do is just simply look at the facts, look at things that can't be argued, look at something that's reliable, repeatable, that you can use in your favor, to put the odds in your favor of being successful more often than not and having higher profit than any potential loss that you might have.
Yeah, and Online Trading Academy has a strategy that's designed for that. I just want to recap a couple of things that you said there. Is this the right time? Whether you should be getting into the markets or not. Well, it's always a great time because we have strategies that Online Trading Academy teaches for up markets, strategies to profit from down markets. So yes, it's always a great time. And I like how you brought the opinions up. There's a lot of talk that the Fed is not done. Al said there was more tightening coming in with even interest rates, which means more raising the interest rates, which potentially could put us into more of a recession that we really are. I mean, I kind of think we're almost in one right now. But here's the key, is these are kind of scary things to talk about. But you cannot just sit there and do nothing. And I know that's kind of natural for people to, when the things are scary or they're not sure on what's happening, they don't act. Well, now is the greatest time to act because there's great opportunities in the markets, both directions, up and down. We're seeing great volatility, as Al was talking about. And Online Trading Academy has a strategy that's designed to follow this volatility, to take the scared or the guesswork, as Al was talking about, out of your investing and trading and have a strategy that will walk you through it step by step and build that consistency and confidence. So I have some tickets to an investing class to see what that strategy is, to learn more about that, to make smart investing decisions moving forward. So get your phones ready. If you're driving, make sure to pull over because they say it's frowned upon to text and drive. So I'm going to give you a text number here. You can text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 seats for an investing class local at our academies. Text right now. Text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 seats and a quick start kit, which will actually help you get started right away. Now, we have a lot to discuss here. We have a lot to be thankful for, a lot of opportunities in the markets. Let's talk about some income strategies in the markets. Let's get into some wealth strategies and more retirement strategies for a lot of our listeners. That's who's listening to these shows because we have a lot of people concerned about that and want to make smart investing decisions. We'll be right back.